What is the need for a lawyer? Why don't people just represent themselves?
I am, Your Honor.
I am here to know Your Honor, a lawyer is just sitting there to make money? Who was the world's first lawyer? This history dates back 2,500 years ago to Athens, Greece. In Athens, Greece, courts were not silent or small. Instead, they were massive. It was like a cricket match today, where people from the entire country would gather to listen to the cases. Their people prefer listening to the best speech rather than facts and law. The person who delivered the best speech would win the case. This is a court proceeding. This is not a village panchayat council where anyone just walk in whenever they feel like it. So, in that era, former introverts and businessmen who could not deliver speech, sat down one day and thought, we are losing so many cases and we need someone who can deliver this much better speech for us than we can. Thus, they illegally started looking for a people who could write speech for them and also represent them. And that is how world's first lawyer emerged, whose name was Demosthenes. Demosthenes internally used it to write speech for people and train them. But gradually, he started representing people himself, and people began paying him for it. This was still illegal, but his speech was so excellent that the judges and the public listened in absolute silence. Slowly but surely, he became such a successful lawyer that he moved from courts of Greece into Greek politics. He became Greece's biggest voice against King Philip, he father of Alexander the Great. But the most interesting thing is that Demosthenes was not a great speaker from childhood. In fact, he used to stutter. However, he dedicated his entire youth to improving his speech. He would practice speaking for hours with pebbles in his mouth. Then he would shout out at the ocean waves for hours so that his voice could improve. He would run up mountains at full speed while reciting poem out loud just to control his breath. And not just that, he would lock himself in a room and shave off half the hair on his head so that he would be focused to stay inside and practice until his hair grew back, unable to go out due to shame. The great philosopher of that era called him the perfect speaker. He is still studied in the world's biggest university today because he remained a massive hero of public speaking and rhetoric. So, nobody internationally invented the world's first lawyer. He was born out of people's necessity. This is where the concept of lawyering started in the world.